I'm Ella.
I'm Chloe.
And together we are Clemmer. We run an online group coaching program called the EC Method.
Yeah, we've been doing it for about, 4.5 years now, 5 years?
Yeah, lockdown was a blur, but
Yeah.
about that time, yeah.
Yeah.
And over that time, we have had over 9,000 women doing the EC Method. Okay, so you invited me on your podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and after that, I got so many people wanting to do online coaching, and I was like, Chloe, why are you not doing this? Your audience obviously want it. And then eventually you were like, yeah, do you know what? Okay, like, let's do it.
I finished promoting my, fourth book, and lockdown had hit, and I was like, it's like now or never. And actually, thank God for Emma pushing me for something she did, because she'd set everything up with my PT Hub behind the scenes already. So we were ready to go, and we were ahead of the curve in terms of online training in lockdown, thanks to her. So pretty much immediately we had a decent sized round. I mean, I wouldn't say nothing like we have now, but a decent size. Like 100
people.
Yeah. And then we've just grown and grown and grown from there.
One thing we're both very passionate about is within the fitness industry, there's this kind of like disconnect between diet culture, so like restrict as much as you can to lose as much weight as possible, and like anti-diet messaging. So yeah, almost like the opposite of that. And we're really passionate about the middle ground, because that's what actually gets people results. Like realistically, you want to lose fat, you are going to have to diet, you are going to have to exercise, you are going to have to put in some effort, but it doesn't mean you can't live your life. But you kind of live and breathe that. It's like, you know, you can go out, you can enjoy food, you can have a drink, you can have a life and still get in incredible shape.
Yeah.
And it's not this all or nothing mentality. And that's what we're trying to push against for people. So our kind of whole ethos is like, we want women out of this yo-yo dieting cycle. And
yeah,
unfortunately, most women struggle their whole life with their weight.
Yeah.
We want to put an end to that.
I mean, I much prefer working with Emma than working on my own, because A, I have someone to laugh at my jokes, and B, to be honest, like, they always say you shouldn't work with people or be wary of business partners, but Emma and I really respect each other. As I've said in the past multiple times, I wouldn't work with a coach who I didn't think was better than me, so I trust her I trust her more than I trust myself with my clients. And it's meant that for me, you know, there have been periods of my life of, you know, getting pregnant, we're going through like quite a tough separation, and if I didn't have her to lean on, I would have seen my income significantly dip. So it goes without saying, Emma, I much prefer coaching with you than without you.
I fully agree. I think winning together always feels better. Like, doing it on your own can be quite lonely. Building your own business, doing it together is so much more fun. Sometimes it doesn't even feel like work.
Yeah.
And what's been quite nice about us, and like people say they get into business with your friends. We weren't friends before we started, but now like genuinely Chloe's one of my best mates. So being able to like work with one of your best friends and build something amazing that we're both so passionate about is like genuinely like dream come true.
I think Emma and I had very different trajectories into what we do now, and have had very different experiences professionally in the health and fitness space. I've learned so much from Emma re-online coaching. She had I was already doing one-to-one, but learning how to group coach with her had a hugely positive impact, you know, and also using my PT Hub on now my one-to-one coaching. And it saved me so much time, so much energy. It streamlined so much for me. So yeah, it's had a really good impact on my every other area of my work, really.
And the thing is, if we'd had the same background, then it's like, why come together? And actually, I learned so much from Chloe. She has expertise I don't have. I have areas of the business I'm better at. She has areas that she's better at. That's what you want from a business partner. You don't want two of the same thing and then you're just basically splitting your income. It's like, how can 1 + 1 = 3,
yeah.
Right? And we're quite good at being like, you're good at that. And Chloe's very good at letting me do my own thing and then being like, okay, fine. And not kind of micromanaging me. And then there are other aspects that Chloe does better than I do. And I'm like, cool, you know, like that's your world, you know that world, like you do that and I'll do the back end stuff or however that might work. So I think that's what makes a good partnership.
And we're normal, which helps. Before Emma introduced me to my PT Hub and how it all works, back in the day, there's no way in hell I would have been able to group coach. No way. I was already doing one-to-one and it was all emails and attachments and absolute nightmare for programming. Kind of worked with the check-in systems, but I always felt like I wasn't giving them enough. There wasn't enough to kind of, I guess, justify that they stay with me as one-to-one rather than spend less money and go to group. Since my PT Hub, I mean, the amount we're able to do, like the quick turnover of workouts, the ability to just message your client right off the bat, to attach files that everybody gets, thousands of our clients get the same file at the same time. If we feel like, we're in, week 8 and a few of them need a deload, just attach a file and be like, read the file. If you like the look of it, let us know. And, it's just really helpful. And your ability to communicate with a mass of clients is just, it's the touch of a fingertip.
I think one of the biggest things is the value that you're showing as a coach. So a lot of the information, I'm sure you're the same, it is the same, right? Like whether we wrote it in like a Word document or whether actually it's beautifully put out on an app. There's the rest timer, there's the tempo put in there nicely, there's videos in there that people can follow. Like there's sometimes the same information but just expressed in such a better way, in such a more valuable way. That would be like the biggest thing for me. I don't think you can, justify selling Word documents. But some of the workouts might be the same, some of the nutrition information might be the same, but it's user friendly.
Yeah, exciting.
Yeah, way more exciting for the client as well.
Yeah.
Like gamifying things a little bit. Like, have you hit your steps? Can you see that you've done this many workouts? You can look back at the workout, see what you lifted last time. I think that's been huge for our clients, rather than then trying to write down on a scrap bit of paper. It's like you can look back and be like, oh my god, I used to, I don't know, squat 10 kilograms and now I'm about to squat my body weight. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, the clients love it because we all like tracking our progress, and we all like to kind of keep an eye on what we're doing good, what we're getting better at. So they love it. And as well, as a coach, when they do give you permission to go and look, or they ask you to, I like as a coach, it's so linear. It's so much easier than even doing like an email check-in. You just have everything from measurements to photos to achievement, and you can see their trajectory. And as a coach, it's very easy to kind of quantify where they started and where they are now.